based on what is everyone doing. Well, what it means is, before I put these cards on the table and you reveal, this is what's going on in our main world. This is going to be part 1. I'm going to make part 2 tomorrow. The point is, so what's the first situation we're going to look at? And then there's going to be all the stuff that I was going to say. So, further ado, I'll tell you what's kind of happening. So we have I'll do this. It's not going to take a while, but we have permanent is basically there. We have justice. We have the world. We have ten. We have swords. We have the backwards musician. So that's a few so far. What's next? We have the king. Basically that. We have the star, that's kind of like up, and we have the 3. So we have this is up, this is reversed, and this one's up. Okay, so basically between all this, what's going to happen is that, okay, so basically when we look at these ones that are visualized, means that what's the first situation we're going to look at? The prosperous, making a lot of money. So basically, you're at a stock market, you're making a lot of money, and then so you're making a lot of money. The second is there are many open loops. So that means that you're making money from one end to the other end, right? Like you're transferring more back and forth, right? That's the money situation. The third is focus on the what. So you're focusing on the money situation, right? You're not focusing on everything else. But anyway, the point is that you are actually focusing on a lot. Does this refer to the stock market? Financial windfall, meaning the TSX is losing money big time. So if you're online and you're looking at the TSX and you're thinking, oh, the TSX is going up, and you're thinking that you are actually, being proud of what you're doing for the TSX, and the TSX market is actually going down. Means if it's going down, means that you're losing money, a lot of money, and that's not good, because, and this is like the 11th probably anniversary that the TSX is going on, and so what I'm seeing is in the big picture is where you're losing big time, right? So what's going to happen for all the markets like stocks, economy, world? The plague, meaning that there's cause constant. So repeated trouble or illness, right? So basically there's something going on between the stocks. That's where you're having a big windfall of the money part, and then you have the world where there's repeated trouble, there's illness, right? So there's an illness going on because people are traveling back and forth, right? So that's what people are advising about doing, washing your hands or doing sanitizing, all the stuff that's going on, right? It's not about, buying toilet paper every single day and you're hogging it because everyone wants to get the same thing. It's not all about you, right? But the point is you have to understand what's going on, right? So we have illness that's involved. So what's going to happen of COVID-19? Well, you have inspiration, means that there's feel and emotion. So basically, an emotion means that you're feeling sad because lots of Asian people who are in China are up to 5,000 in death. Means that they're dying a lot, and that means that it's a sad emotion. It's not a happy emotion or anything like that. It's a sad emotion. That's the point I'm getting at. That's the point. You guys have to understand what's going on, right? So that's not good, really. And then you have guidance, means that you have instruction, you have help, means that you have lots of lots of people are going to help you with this illness, or someone's going to take care of it. Those are the things you need, and instructions of washing your hands daily, and not get sick. And there's unsanitary, means that there's lots of germs going on, and it's not very clean and everything else. So you have to, that's why the whole world is shutting down of COVID-19. That's why everything is shutting down for once. And people need to realize that, right? People need to realize. So so the problem is that you have to understand what's this going on here, right? So you have to understand that. And plus, you have help as well. You have help with your parents, your grandmother, your aunts, your uncles, everybody that is helping you to get through this illness. Or you are kind of like eating different kinds of stuff, and you don't want to eat that anymore. So that's the point about COVID-19, right? Now, what is the second situation on COVID-19? Formal, a result that deals with a problem. So the problem is that everyone's getting sick of COVID-19. Everybody doesn't know about, oh, do I have to stay away from this person about two kilometers away? No, the point is that if COVID-19 goes from one person to the next, you have to realize that you have to stay home constantly. And what you're going to do, you're probably going to sit or do chores or be bored, and you're thinking, oh, I want to go into town. You're thinking, no, I have to stay home because I'm sick. That's the bottom line, that people are getting it, but they're not getting it. Because some people are getting sick, and some people are just thinking, oh, I have a fever, or I have a cold or a flu or anything like that. This is big, serious stuff, right? It's not all fun and games. It's a lot of things are going on here. So that's kind of like that's the formal result that deals with a problem. That's what the second situation on is here. Number 8 is so we have what's the result on TSX and the world, karma, as the site of a string of failed businesses, losing money on the TSX, right? So if you look at the TSX online, look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. You think that 12,500 is a big issue, and it's big, and it's good, but the point is that I think TSX is probably not making very much money. And the point is that if you look at those numbers by minus 12% or minus 12.58%, that's not going to help, So you need to figure this out, right? So you have to understand what's going on here, right? So that's kind of like what's going to happen. Like, what I mean is about karma means like failed businesses is like there's going to be lots of problems could be going on, like stores and grocery stores, and everybody else is going to be losing problems because products are not going fast enough, or they're not transferring a lot of products back and forth from countries because they don't want to get sick. You know what I mean? So you have to understand what's going on here, right? You have to. And the world needs to know. And everybody who's watching my program on here, The Spirited Alex, you have to, you know, hear me on this. You need to. Even if the cards are saying like this, you have to know. You have to, right? So that's kind of like what I'm talking about here. And then what's the result on our world of COVID-19? Trust that your path will become clear when you connect with yourself on the soul level. Means that on the soul level means you're working alone instead of working with somebody else because you think that you're gonna get sick on them because they will get sick on you and you probably will pass out or die. You know, those are the things I'm kind of talking about here, right? So all the things that are going on, this is very bad stuff. It's not very good. It's bad because the world needs to understand what's going on. There's a lot of people that need to understand what's going on, right? And the point is that you have to know. You have to realize that this is a big thing, you know. So, you know, you have to understand these results. What I'm talking about here, right? Like I will talk about part 2 tomorrow, and we will figure that one out because see, everyone's getting afraid, everyone's getting scared, everyone's freaking out because we are going to be so low on products and everything else, right? So the bottom line is you have to know what's going on, right? Prosperous means that you're making a lot of money. Everybody's making money. Everyone is. Truck drivers, everything else. But if everything is on hold by the COVID-19, then you have to might as well connect with yourself and on a soul level. Go with your own path. Think about, you know, washing your hands all the time, or, you know, everything be all right, right? And then just believe about and pray to the Lord about the TSX making lots of money. But it's not. So the point is that you have to understand what's going on here between the stock market, the world, everything else. Right? That's what I'm getting at. So you have to know. Right? So like I say, you know, if you like the video, that's great. Hear me out. And you have to know what's going on here, right? You have to. So the point is that, yeah, work it out and just understand what everything is talking about here, and you have to know. Okay, you have to know, because everything is just going downhill. Meaning the stock market of TSX, and then the COVID virus as well, right? So you have to understand that as well. Okay. Thank you very much.